Okay, let's continue. The next topic is on the properties of inverse functions. Now, how will you know if two functions are inverses of each other? They are inverses of each other if, remember, we have the composition in chapter 1, lesson 3. If f of g of x is equal to x, and if g of f of x will also be equal to x. Now, let's have this example. Let's start first with f of g of x. What's our g of x? That's 2x plus 2. It means that you will substitute 2x plus 2 to this one. So we have x, that's 2x plus 2, minus 5 over 3. So we now have 2x minus 3 over 3. This is our f of g of x. Let us see if our g of f of x will have the same answer. In your g of f of x, you're solving for g of, what's our f? X minus 5 over 3. So let's now write our g, this one. That's 2 times x. Our x is here. X minus 5 over 3 plus 2. So we now have 2x minus 10 all over 3 plus 2. If we will write this one in a single expression, that's 2x minus 10. Remember, I taught you the technique last time. Plus 2 times 3. So it becomes 2x minus 10 plus 6 over 3. That's 2x minus 4 all over 3. If we will check, your f of g of x is not the same as your g of f of x. Therefore, these two are not inverses of each other. How about the next one? I'll give it to you as an exercise, but I'll give you the answer first. If you'll have the f of g of x, the answer will be 5 will be x. And if you have g of f of x, the answer will also be x. So these two are inverses of each other. Actually, there's also one way to say it. If you write it as a single equation, this is 5 times 2 plus 3x over 2. That's 10 plus 3x over 2. You see here, 2x, denominator goes with x, coefficient goes to the denominator, plus 10 minus 10. So they are inverses of each other. Any questions? No other questions? Let's go to the problem solving. Here's our first problem. The function k of t equals 5/9 t minus 32 plus 273 minus 15 is used to convert degrees Fahrenheit to Kelvin, which are units of temperature. Remember, when we measure temperature, it can be through degrees Fahrenheit, degrees Celsius, or through Kelvin. The Fahrenheit unit is expressed in T in the function. Find the inverse function, converting the temperature Kelvin to degrees Fahrenheit. You know what's the question? We need to find from K of T to T. What we need to derive the formula to make it into T. So let's start. Ready? K of T equals 5 over 9 T minus 32 plus 273.15. Actually, we're only asking for this one. Derive the formula in terms of T. So let's start deriving. Transfer this to the other side. 5 nines. Ready? Transfer this to the other side. So we only have 5 over 9 T minus 32 equals K of T minus 273.15. The next one. How do we eliminate 5 nines? We multiply it by 9 over 5. The whole equation. Multiply by 9 over 5. And this one becomes 1. So we now have T minus 32. The other side is 9 over 5. 9 times K of T minus 273.15 all over 5. Then we're done, almost done. T alone, transfer 32 to the other side. So we now have 9 K of T minus 273.15 all over 5. Negative 32 becomes positive 32 equals T. This is now the answer. How about for the next problem? In the next problem, you're going on travel, and it is advised that your money should be in US dollars. Complete the table below by indicating how many pesos are needed to have the specific dollar coins and bills. So for example, we say that X will be the number of dollars and Y will be the number of pesos. Remember that the exchange rate is $1 is equal to 50 peso bill. So for example, if you have, let's have this the dollar and then the peso. If you have $1, that's 50 pesos. If you have $2, that's 100 pesos. If you have $3, you have 150 pesos. So how will I write my peso function, my Y function? So that's Y is equal to the number of dollars. Y is equal to 50 times X. Example, if I have $10, that's my X. So Y equals 50 times 100. That's 500. Now, how do we write the function for the dollar, for X? If I'll have my X, that's going to be Y over 50. How did I do it? From here, Y equals 50X. I'll solve for my X, divide both by 50. So the inverse function is X equals Y over 50. Or if you want to write it as an inverse function, it's going to be Y to the -1 is equal to X over 50. But this time, your X will no longer be the dollars, but the peso, since you will interchange the two of them. Any other questions before we end today's lesson?